be a mighty US serve. Thomas Samuel then, still very much new to this job with the Russian team, heading into the last phase of the Olympic cycle ahead of Tokyo 2020. Will need to reward the fans here with a big win against their old rivals. It's a fixture that has stood the test of time. It's a fixture that has always entertained down the years. And we're ready to go again with the latest version and the latest players. USA versus the hosts, Russia. It'll be Russia in their change strip of blue, playing from left to right in set one in this best of 5-set match that will serve to get things underway. Jon Spurov pondering the latest lineup. So new setter and two new middle players and a new libero for the USA. And a new opposite and new middle blocker for Russia. And a feast of world-class volleyball to come. Here we go. Tame opening rally. No one's really hit it yet. Kliuka obliges and gets the touch off the block for good measure. Notice the players these days, with technology in place, Hawkeye will find you out, so the players don't tend to claim no touch anymore. Took a season or two to get that out of the system. Wing spiker to serve. Dmitry Volkov into the net. Not a great opener when you consider some of those thunderous serves from Kliuka and Volkov yesterday. That's a disappointing start. Mitchell Stahl, the superstition, does not walk over the baseline until the ball person gives him the ball, and then he's ready to go. He's got a good serve as the middle blocker for the USA. But an off-pace jumper, well, it's good enough. And a quick discussion, Golubev looking across to the bench and nodding, I assume, to say that he thinks that's in, so we're not going to have a review here. So no challenge, ace serve. Mitchell Stahl doing what he's on court to do here. Well, one of his jobs anyway. Going to put a bit more power in. Is he on serve too? No, goes off pace again and beats Volkov. 3-ball USA. Oh, what a stuff. And Kurkayev next to his captain Kobzar, putting up the wall. Volkov just about keeps him in the rally, but it's the captain Kobzar that gets all of that one. Fine start for the Russian skipper and playmaker. 2-all, Kurkayev back to the service line. Jump float onto Tia. Great flighted ball to Patch. What a set from Christensen. Micah Christensen plays his volleyball with Modena in Italy. The 27-year-old 1m98 tall setter fires it out to the highest jumping player on the court. And here he is going to serve now. Benjamin Patch, jump float serve, easily dealt with by Volkov. And backline, Odiev. Two left-handers playing in the opposite position. There's the other one, Denis Zemchinok. A little bit taller than Politev, but Politev's got a really fast arm and a great jump. And now he's in the front court. Captain Kobzar with the serve to Gooden. Controlled by DeFalco. And what a C-quick. Meaning that it's a reverse quick ball. Lovely bit of footwork there from the new middle blocker on court, Jeffrey Jendrik of the Berlin club. And Jendrik Lee getting a priceless set from Christensen. Wagatutia back to the service line. He served well yesterday for the USA. That's a decent start as well off Kliuka. And Kliuka into the middle of the net. Well, I said that if Russia have control of the ball, it's going to be a problem for the States, but at the moment, Russia not controlling the ball. Some decent serving from the USA, putting their opposition under severe pressure. And this is a fine start for the Americans. here just diffusing the situation, though, on behalf of Russia. The crowd responds to that one. Yuka. Little touch on the net makes the pass easier for Shoji. And exactly the same as yesterday, DeFalco's first hit tries to just cut the ball tight inside the block, but actually ends up cutting it down his own side of the net. So not a great opener from the man who's just signed for Volley in Italy. And thanks to commentary colleague Clayton Lucas and his son Ben for that bit of information about DeFalco. He's finished at Long Beach in the USA, finished his studies and picked up straight away on a contract. Jendrik Lee to serve. Nice kill, Volkov with that slightly awkward style of his. He leans away to his left, it gets him extra elevation on his right arm that he hits the ball with, but it also takes him quite conveniently towards the crowd when they're playing from this side to celebrate. 3-10, that's up there and over the top of Christensen in the block. New middle blocker in the lineup for Russia today. Here he is, 29-year-old Igor Filipov. Patch into the action, Kliuka digs him. Nice tip, Patch with a wonderful piece of work in backcourt, and USA can go again. The value of height at the net from both teams, making it very tough for attack and defense. Free ball, Russia. Point, Russia. What a rally. And a mega rally terminated by a huge hit from Polatiev. Sends Russia into a 7-6 lead. And our first, I'm sure, not the last, mega rally of the game. Some wonderful athleticism out there on both sides of the net. Well, it only lasted a short duration, but wonderful to watch. And that kill to finish from Polatiev, something special. Mega rally finished by a super spike. Filipov to serve as we all get our breath back. Good serve, puts pressure on DeFalco. Oh, that was some hang time from Benjamin Patch. Waited and waited and waited and then hit his favourite line shot. He's got a test today because he's got some big guys up against him. Kliuka and Volkov on that left side of court, but this time Volkov overbalancing, touching the net, giving the point to the USA. Christensen to serve. Decent serve, nice pass from Volkov, who gets the sets and gets all off balance and gets shut down by Patch. First technical timeout arrives. This match promised plenty, it's delivered everything so far, and we're only just through the first third of the opening set. USA pumped up, Russia playing their part as well. A couple of terrific rallies so far in this game. Both coaches will be happy enough, but I think Samuel Guo, the Russian coach, will know that his side not quite firing on all cylinders yet, and they're going to have to be against this US team. Christensen back to the service line. That means USA have their taller players in the front court. Patch on the right side will be key to shutting down the wing spikers, Volkov and Kliuka. Good dig from Tutia really set himself up nicely in the corner now. Did DeFalco get a piece of the Russian block? The referee says no. USA have to challenge if they want to discuss that particular point, and they do exactly that. First challenge then of the match, and the call will be, did this touch the block or not? Well, USA seemed pretty convinced it did. Squirrel awaits the decision. For the wobble of the fingers, and it was more than that. Volkov off the taped fingers takes an early hit, but did you see the height of that Russian block? That's unreal, operating way above the net. But a good challenge from the USA, 2 challenges per set. They've won that one, so they retain 2 challenges. And a handy 2-point lead. Luka with the pass. Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. And Palatev has started this game really fired up. That is another huge spike from the opposite player. Not the tallest opposite you'll see in world volleyball, just 197, but he jumps out of the gym. Got a spike reach at 360. 3 meters and 60 centimeters off the floor. Once again, a collective sigh from this Russian crowd here in the Ufa Arena for that miss. Sends TJ DeFalco back to the service line. Oh, good swing, but just long. Players practice for so many hours on service reception. It's a very difficult part of the game. One of the skills that often doesn't get enough credit is the ability to judge whether a ball is in or out. So good eye from the Russian passes. Volkov serves to Falco. Oh, that's just genius. We are seeing a real treat from the middlemen on the US side of the net at the moment. Another C quick around the back of the setter. Makes it very, very tough for the blockers, because if you move just that step to the side to cover that, then you know what Christensen's going to do. He's going to fire the ball out wide to the wing spiker. So a big demand for the Russian blockers at the moment. And a big serve from Stahl. Horrible play from Russia. They're going to get a swing at it though. Voltaire drills it. Oh, he's been amazing at the start of this game. Volkov falls over with the pass off a terrific serve. USA can't put it away. Golubev goes to the big man at the moment for the Russians. Hitting the ball just as hard as the coach in your picture there. Samuel Vuo was a great player for Finland in his day. 296 caps. Tutia, clever use of the block. USA have to go again though. It's coming back, but it's a Russian free ball, and this should be fireworks here. Kobja goes opposite. Golubev, the man that's hot, gets it done. Really showed you down the line. Well, that was clever. That was a good reuse play. And then the firepower, that is insane. That's a huge line shot. And a controlled one as well from Palatiev. He's hitting the ball very well at the moment. Kurkaev to serve. Russian crowd getting it fired up here in Ufa. And Jendrik just doing a little too much there with it. Hitting across his body and out. Just lets the rest of his teammates and the bench know there's no need for a challenge. It looks that was out without a touch. Russia settling things down. Take the lead in the mid-phase of this first set, 12-11. Good pass from Tutia, and a really nice set from Christensen. That's what the setters can do at this level with the ball on their head. Then they can fake out the opposition blockers, and he just held in the air there before finally contacting the ball. And a nice comeback hit from the number 4 for the USA. Paintbrush, well defended. Tier can't get through this block at the moment. And overdoes it on the second shot. Number 18, Garrett Tier for USA. Going to get a lot of ball today, but he's going to have to do better than that. And Ben Patch has got a big role to play as well today. I think Michael Christensen's going to have to start loading his opposite player. Here we go. Net touch. Oh, that is really scrappy from Filipov. Usually expect to see a net touch overbalancing the error on the way down, but he's done that on the way over. Not so good from the Russian middle. Tier to serve, comes from good stock. His dad raced bobsleigh at the '94 Winter Olympics for American Samoa. Delighted when his boy made it through from the system, the university system, and into the US international side. There's his volleyball with Thessaloniki. Over in Greece, former UCLA wing spiker is Tier. Well, Kliuka's done nothing so far. Not the first time, and probably not the last time we'll say that from a man who was leading the VNL stats as the top scorer coming into this week. When he's hot, he's untouchable, but he does have these patches where he doesn't get into a game for a while. Volkov with the pass. Volkov with the hit. He likes it, doesn't he? He doesn't have love going over to the crowd. There's Igor Volkov. Why not? Celebrate that one. Big shot from Dimitri. Crowd loving it. To Filipov, looking a bit hot and bothered at the moment, is the new Russian middle blocker. Oh, what a serve. What a serve onto Devalko. And that's a point on the court in this rotation where the two wing spikers are next to each other, and he's hit that just across the front of Tier, who was thinking about passing it, but didn't call Defalco. So Defalco played it and wasn't in really any position to do so. Ace serve then takes Russia to a 2-point lead as we head into the second technical timeout. Samuel with one eye on tomorrow's game against Italy. I would imagine that's the reason for giving Denis Zemchinov a seat on the bench. At the grand old age of 31, going to give him a day off if he can. And why not, with Poletiev playing as well as he is, the 23-year-old. The Kuzbas club is hammering away in the opposite position. Player we might see feature sooner rather than later, though, is Ivan Yakovlev, despite Filipov's service brilliance. Something great in the front court at the moment. Off pace to Falco, easy defence from Kobjar. Kliuka to Kolobiev, who's just doing everything. Potiev puts it away in style. Having a really good game at the moment. Not surprisingly, leading the scoring stats in this first set for Russia, so 6 points for Poletiev. Timeout USA.
He's the guy that's killing us the most, so let's make sure we're constantly talking about how we're going to scheme. We talked about that yesterday, right? Being adaptable, figuring out how to adjust. So there's a lot of communication between the front row and back, okay?
So John Spore's going to keep making this point to his team. This is a group of players, same as yesterday, that haven't played a lot together, so they haven't had court time in matches like this. So communication is paramount. But also that ability to learn during the game. We saw it last week in a women's fixture between China and Italy. China going 2-0 down to Italy, but kept talking, kept learning, and came back to win it 3-2. USA know they're in for the long haul here if they're going to win this match. Good timeout, horrible serve. Happens so often, even at this level in volleyball. Players' concentration disrupted. Patch in the front line. Needs to make these 3 rotations count with his block. Christensen to serve. Good serve. USA claw another point back. First ace from Christensen. Hit that nicely as well, got it moving away. Crowd joining in with their contribution. Nearly worked. Wide to Volkov, and roofed out of sight by a 3-man monster block for the USA. And the triple gets you 1. Nice work from DeFalco to shut down the angle. And Russia now forced into a timeout. Samoa, brilliant volleyball player in his day, fantastic coach, speaks multiple languages. He's got his work cut out though at the moment here. 2 timeouts of 30 seconds apiece available to the coaches per set, plus the 2 natural stoppages to the game at a minute on the technical timeouts at 8 and 16 points. And they're trying to affect the rhythm of Christensen at the service line, and they have. So, good timeout call from Samoa. Sends Polatiev back to the service line. Missed his first serve, but usually belts a good jumper. Nope. So as brilliant as he's been in the front line, and if we do the math on that, that's 2 missed serves from Polatiev. He's been superb in the front court, 7 points, but deduct those 2 errors, and his contribution is reduced. DeFalco. Goodness me, another absolute shocker of a rally for this Russian side. Lined up in 4 to try and cope with that jump serve, but it was a relatively straightforward off-pace hit. He just didn't respond. That's a bigger serve, deflected off the net, easy pass. Good blocking from Storr. Not this time, though. The service is resumed by Polatiev, who covers the service error that he's just made with a fine wing spike. And again, he's beaten Shoji down the line. Good pass. Nice blocking from Stoll to start with, but a really good feed to Polatiev on the reverse. And Shoji will be annoyed about that. And he'll be annoyed about the pass as well, but fortunately for him, Tutia manages to minimise the damage with a clever tip. Wait for the block to show, wait for it to start to drop, and abuse it. Little discussion about what's coming. Well, there's a big bomb of a jump serve coming from Storr. No, goes off pace. Poor throw up from him. Kliuka is roofed. And potentially Russia's most dangerous player has scored 1 point. But when you factor in his errors, when you factor in that block, he is in certainly in deficit on his account at the moment. 21-19, USA restore the lead. Samoa calls another timeout. His team just can't get started in this one. Davai, go, says Coach Samoa. And they're going to have to go 2 points behind. back on the court. Needs to block well today, this Benjamin Patch. We know all about his side-out capability, and that will be valuable. But needs to keep stopping Volkov and Kliuka. At the moment, the two Russian wing spikers trying to avoid him and hitting straight into the middle players. Again, great blocking, this time from Jendrik in the middle. Oh, not this time. Oh, dear. Super spike from Kurkaev. And with a bit of traffic to get past in Volkov. That's tremendous hitting. Jendrik was pretty close to it as well. Read the set, just didn't get in the right place. Kurkaev to serve. Just the jump float serve from the middle player, Ilyas Kurkaev. It's a good jump serve. Patch, oh no. Well, Filipov celebrating from the floor. But he's not got that much to celebrate other than the fact that Patch got it all wrong. Probably the fact that he got hands on the first hit is what he's happy about. Taylor Sander icing his shoulder in the background there. Maybe an indication as to why the American captain hasn't had any court time at Ufa just yet. Sanders, one of the leading spikers on the VNL last year. Defended by Volkov. Good pass. Kobzar on the reverse, and at last, the USA have got Polatiev. Monster block. This is huge. Reaching over, and Jendrik has floored the left-hander. Patch out for the much better serve of backup setter Mark. He can belt a jump serve. Hits it well. Just about dealt with by Golubov. Russia in trouble here. Keep it in play, but they go again. Nicely tied it up by Shoji. And it's Russia's turn to miss the overpass, and would you believe it? It's only Filipov who celebrated so hard when Patch missed one. He's missed it now, but I think we might see a challenge. Russia going to ask, is this in or out? Oh no, they're going to ask if it touched the block. Well, we will see. Filipov thinks he caught a piece of the US hands here. Not sure Tomas Samolvuo is all that convinced. It's a good call. It's a really good call from Filipov. The little pinky of Jendrik becomes a target rather than an obstacle. And Russia pick up a very handy point. 22-all, Kobzar to serve. US lead has gone. Discussion about who's going to get the ball. They think Patch on the opposite. That's what Filipov was talking to Kliuka about. Overpass. And back to winning points for Russia. Polatiev. Super spike. He's had so many in this set. He's belted it. He's hit the cover of this. That's incredible. What a shot from Polatiev. Contact point, remember, in the gym when he does his jump tests of 3 meters and 60 centimeters, and he wasn't far off that when he hit that. US timeout. Georgie just reminding the passing unit to be ready for everything, short serves included. And this is it. This is what world-class volleyball should look like, trading points all the way through, and it's going to come down to which team can produce the big shots now. Big serve, big block, or will Russia be able to defend and play on? For the USA, they need to pass this well and side it out to go 23-all. Kobzar to serve. Oh, that is so unlucky for the USA. Pretending to play on, but that looked like it hit the floor to me, and Wagatutir immediately apologises for actually knocking that ball over the net. 2 set points for Russia out of nowhere. Shoji warned against the short serves, but you cannot legislate for a serve being that short. Kodjar again, jump float. Wagatutia passes. Jendrik can't kill it. Kliuka, it's off the arms and out. And Russia come through a massive first set and take the lead here in the Ufa Arena. 25 points to 22. They turned it on when it mattered. And despite very strong resistance from the USA, finally, Kliuka puts one away. So killed one at the start of the set, killed one at the end, and that's his only 2 points in the match. But what a big point to come up with, much to the joy of Filipov and coach Samovour. Whoa, well, fortunately, there are breaks between sets, so we can all get our breath back. 25-22, Russia lead 1-0 in front of this ecstatic home crowd. That has rather whetted the appetite for this match. We knew it was going to be a good one. So that was a fine opening set, some wonderful stuff in there. But it's Russia that dominate the back third to lead this match against the USA by 1-0. What a first set. USA will be disappointed because they played well enough, but Russia, when it really mattered, just shut down that US attack a bit. And despite the USA being superb at the net, superb from the baseline, their side-out game just suffered a touch. Let's take a look at the USA serve placements then. Sharing that quite evenly across the court. That tends to mean that they're following a particular player all the way around, whereas Russia, just like they did yesterday against Portugal, shoving this all down onto the, well, left side of court as we look at it, right side as they look at it. That means they are targeting the two wing spikers, and in particular trying to pin that front court wing spiker, drive them back on serve, take them out of the attack if they can. Here we go again. Are you ready for another great set of volleyball here on the VNL? Change ends. USA then playing from left to right in the second set, chasing this game. Micah Christensen keeps his place on court. Remember, for John Spuror, with the ticket to the finals already in place as hosts in Chicago in July, doesn't have to be forced into bringing players out. He can give them a whole match, even if they're having a tough time of it. Useful for them to try and play through it. Christensen to serve then into the net. Russia lead this one by 1-0 as Shoji composes himself ahead of his first service reception. 29-year-old libero who plays his volleyball for Fekiel in Russia, the libero for the USA. Pass. There's the height and power that Benjamin Patch brings to the equation. He's a phenomenal athlete. He's got this enormous jump that he makes great use of in offense. That's crazy. That's taking the ball off the top of the antenna, and Kodjar, no chance. Defaka, off pace, well passed by Kliuka. And that's been the star of the show for this Russian team. Polatiev contributing 9 points in set one, but 9 points at quite crucial times, and he too is flying 5.5 kilometers per hour, and that line shot has been virtually unplayable for Team USA. Kobzar to serve. This is the rotation that did the damage at the end of set 1 for Russia. Let's score a point here. Kobzar in. Quick out wide to Kliuka. Well dug by Mwagatutia. Patch. Oh, that's huge. Super spike from Benjamin Patch, and every bit as good as the Polatiev kill. Oh, he's gone straight through Filipov. 330 contact point. Patch is up for this. Storp to serve. Oh, wow. Well, it's just incredible. Normal physical dimensions don't apply to these guys. Super quick backline offense from Volkov. That's run almost at a first tempo for a backcourt attack. Quite brilliant from Russia. Kliuka back to the service line. Challenge, USA. Foot fault, they say, on Volkov. John Speror willing to take a bit of a gamble here. Kobzar, the Russian captain, is allowed to go and speak to the referee. Christensen just being told, the on-court captain with the absence of Taylor Sanders, just being told, get your challenge in early, you're delaying the game. So, the question is, did Volkov, the backcourt player, put his foot onto or over the 3-meter line, which you're not allowed to do as a backcourt attacker? You can take off from behind that line. That's the line in the middle of the court you can see. But you can't take off on it or over it. It was tight, that's for sure. You see lots of boxes, cameras around the corners or sides of the court, which give us the pictures. Now, actually, it's a completely different thing. It's not the fault for the back line, it's the fault for the centre line. And that ball is still in play. So it's a fault. Volkov had no right to walk over the centre line. Very well spotted, John Speror. The ball was not dead. As long as it's in the air, doesn't matter where it is in the arena, as long as it's in the air, it's still in play. Great call. USA retain their challenge. And the person that knows how important that serve is Mitchell Storp. You've just done that to Russia after an unbelievable attack from Volkov. You've turned it over, and then you stick it in the net. Just not good enough from Storp. But no damage done. Early doors in this set. Kliuka serves. Brilliant from him. Patch rising high, but stopped by Filipov. Whoa. Some big units down there on court, and they are bashing together at the net. Pick up from DeFalco. Patch stopped, and then Mwagatutia puts his hand on top of the net. Out of bounds, point Russia. Kliuka to serve. Good hit. Mwagatutia contains it. Oh, well, that was going out, and Kliuka's touched it. Immediately says the reason he played it is because he thought it touched the block, but the blockers say no touch. The blockers were right. Kliuka just cost his team a point. Turn from Filipov is wide. He's a good player, but I don't think he provides the same kind of offensive and defensive power at the net that number 9 Ivan Yakovlev provides, who's on the bench at the moment. No rhythm for either team at the start of set 2 just yet. Things for sure. Can't believe this will be 3-0 to Russia today. Surely USA will be able to get in there and take at least a set. What a block. monster block. And now Polatiev weighing in with that part of his game as well. That's the last thing the USA need. One-on-one. Oh, what a jump. Look at this. Just keeps going up and up and up, and then reaching across into the cross court to shut down Tutia. Decent pass from Falcao. A decent kill from Patch. That's what you need to do, silence the crowd here in the UFA Arena. Patch has done that all right. Good serve, good pass, lovely shot. Kurkayev on a free hit. How brave was Shoji there. Did not budge. Just stood his ground and took it, but couldn't quite bring it back into play. Polatiev flying on the stats for Russia. Their leading scorer by a distance. Everybody else on 2 points. He's on 11. Lovely pass. Good touch from Kliuka, but can't contain it. Patch with another kill. Benjamin Patch, leading scorer in that opposite position for the USA. Well, that was good thinking from Polatiev, just reaching on to the line where he thought Patch was going to go. No, surely that was over the net, but referee not blowing his whistle. USA may have something to say about this if they lose the point. And they have lost it. Kurkayev with the kill. But it was Kurkayev that reached right over the net and actually touched the ball when it was set by Christensen. Can't challenge it, but you can argue about it. What a set from Kobzar. What a kill from Kurkayev. Wonderful volleyball again. First technical timeout arrives. 8-7 Russia.
He talked about, they streak the quick just a little bit. When that is, maybe take a chance on a commit, Hey, the cut serve too. Don't forget the cut serve. Either be aggressive or go cut.
See the personality of the players down there on the court, the personality of both coaches as well. Samuel Vua was always a player that played with his heart on his sleeve. He coaches like that. Benjamin Patch has been superb so far this week, but he has to be the difference for this US team in this match. He has to be the man. Another chance to hit into the block. Oh, roofed out of sight. And because he was isolated, Russia knew where this ball was going and formed a three-man block for the monster block. Kurkayev in the centre does the damage. That went down faster than it got spiked. That was a massive stop. Russia 9-7. Big serve from Volkov, well contained. Backline offense. Tutia gets the court opened up for him by Christensen. Inside to out hit. And quite difficult for the right-handers to execute, but he's done that well. Good strong shoulder from Tutia. Good timing on the ball. Christensen. At last, they've dug Polatiev down the line. And wouldn't you know it, the Falco faults on the net. Encouraging. Forget the net fault, that was encouraging. Good dig from Tutia. The danger man for Russia at the moment, Polatiev. But he picks up another kill. Kurkayev with the serve, well passed. Stahl rising high, drills it. Always a good option when the setter on the opposing side. He's defending back in position 1. It's a good area to turn it down to. Very often the setter deserts their position. It's actually Volleyball that was defending in 1 at that point in time, but certainly an option for the middles all the time. Not having the best of games at the service line, DeFarco. Entertaining though, isn't it? Entertaining stuff. Big shot from Kodjar, overpass. Well reacted Filipov, he nearly got that wrong. He thought Christensen was going to play that. The setter jumping high but couldn't reach it. Filipov just got his left hand up in time. Whoa, we've got nearly a sellout. Just over 8,000 spectators just been announced. All here to see Russia take the USA down in 3, and it's going well so far. Timeout to the Americans. That is great coaching. Very important. You can give the right information to a player, but you've got to check the player has understood what you've just said. That's that last play from Filipov. Little lucky, but he got it. What he said to Patch, Benjamin Patch, was a little higher. Benjamin Patch came back with, I felt like I was pretty high. He's off the floor. He is into the stratosphere with his jump. What John Spador meant, though, was you need to hit the ball a little higher. You need to make sure that contact point goes over Filipov, who gets another stop. And Mr. Muscles giving us the double bicep buttons after that one. The number 11 for Russia having a bit of a purple patch here. Not everybody's first choice middle blocker, but you can't dispute his timing and his commitment. So Patch will at some stage get another set. We'll see if he does indeed try and take it over the block. There we go. And down it goes. Good coaching from John Spador. Sometimes be the case that the highest jumping players hit the steepest, and that just means you bring the block into the equation. You've got to contact it high, go over the top. Volkov couldn't quite make the play. Good serve from Storr. Wide. Polatiev tips it for a reuse and smacks it for the point off the block and out. And USA are going to challenge here. USA say that did not touch the block, so let's have a look at it. So the challenge is, did this touch the hands or not? Both US blockers turned straight away to John Spador, the coach, in confident mood to say no. This was no touch. Well, we play on. Apologies for that. And USA do get the point this time. It was all a bit bizarre. Once in a while, the whole challenge process doesn't quite happen. Certainly looked like USA had asked for the challenge, but now it's Russia's turn to ask the question. Exactly the same question. Did it touch the block or not? Brilliant part of the game now. Especially when you get to see these slow motion replays, and no wobble of the finger on Jendrik, so no point Russia. They've blown the challenge, they've got 1 left. 2 per set, but if you lose it, you lose it. Just need to let the volleyball do the talking here, Russia. Good side out. Well, don't need to bother with the volleyball talking because Patch has overcooked that by quite some distance. Good, solid 4-point cushion here for this Russian team. Great noise, great atmosphere as Filipov serves. Overpass again. They're not coping well with the Filipov serve, but this time, referee spots Kurkaev getting a bit cheeky at the net. Not allowed to touch this ball, Kurkaev, and he does. In fact, it was Volkov that got more of it, but I think Kurkaev just clipped the net. So you pick of faults there for Russia. Margatutia, good serve, well controlled. Oh, monster block from Jendrik. That's a really good read, and you might have heard John Spiror on a timeout early in this set say to Jendrik, why not just commit? Why not gamble? And he did, beautifully. Big stop from Jendrik. Russia controlling the ball a lot better now. Fault called against Team USA. Agostino calling the team in for the technical timeout. Don't argue, just get in and have a chat. Russia still lead. 3 points is comfortable at the moment for the home team. Volleyball has always been a massive sport in Russia. The teams began dominating right from the off, right from the first inclusion of volleyball in the Olympic Games in 1964. And they've continued to have a huge role, both in the men's and women's game. Originally as part of the Soviet sporting system. Since the early 90s as Russia. And the crowd here confirm it's still massively popular, and that will be very, very popular indeed. Polatiev with his first ace of the game. I told you he could hit them from the back line, he just hasn't got it right yet until then. You can see Kurkaev just protecting his head in case Polatiev gets the jump serve wrong and crowns him. Timeout USA.
How are we going to play that?
Yeah, okay, let's pitch a little bit. Let's be good in the right seat.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Make it sidelines. Make it sidelines. Hey, I'm on a four seat, man.
All right, next one. Here we go.
1, 2, 3. USA.
Yeah, as good a player as John Spiror was, he was a middle blocker, he wasn't a passer, and he's asking his specialist in the red shirt, the libero, Shoji, to comment on what he thinks they should be doing against this serve. And Shoji says, we've got to pinch a little bit. So we've got to basically shift our rotation, shift our line over. And that should cover this left-handed jump serve. If Polatiev goes to the same region, he should now hit straight on to Margatutia. He does. Patch into the block. USA get another go. Crowd don't like it because they think it was 4 touches, but it's irrelevant. DeFalco's missed. Hasn't had a good game so far, TJ DeFalco. They have to bring in another wing spiker, but they don't have an abundance of players in that position, USA. In fact, they actually used Mike Amar as a wing spiker in a match the other week. Normally a setter. Service run comes to an end, but the damage has been done. 15 points his contribution to the match so far. 12 attacks, 2 blocks, 1 ace. USA chasing in set 2. Easy pass. Oh, that's a fine play from Volkov. There's a real Coliseum feel to this, and you just get that idea that after a super spike like that, Volkov turns to the crowd and says, are you not entertained? Sends it back to the service line. 5-point lead restored. It can go at this Hits it hard, well controlled by DeFalco, gets the set, puts it away. Nicely done, TJ Falco needs to play himself back into this match. Alessandro, their captain, the other wing spiker, could come on for DeFalco, but looks like he's got a sore shoulder to me. No Matt Anderson with the team here in Russia, so they can't rely on him. They run it again. Now, that ball was still live. Did Volkov manage to skip, this time, out over the sideline? Because last time he did this, he put his foot on the court. This time, ball's still alive, and he's got himself out without touching the net. Well played, Dmitry Volkov. And once again, goes to the crowd for approval. They are only too happy to give it to one of their superstars. New man on court then for Russia. In comes number 3, Dmitry Kovalev. Backup setter, good tall blocker in his own right. He's on for that purpose, to block. Oh, wow. And a commit play. Because Filipov knew that he had the big man Kovalev outside him, he was able to commit on this block in the middle on Stahl. That's a great stop from Filipov. And the old warhorse is punching well above his weight in this second set. Well played, the number 11. Kurukayev to serve. Great serve. DeFalco passes it. Patch from the left side, not his familiar hitting position, with a really good shot. Goes the substitution buzzer again. Off goes Kovalev. Done his job. Scored a point. Well played, you're off. Back on comes the regular starting setter, captain Igor Kobzar. Clever. Doesn't always have to be power in this game. Nice finesse shot from Muagatutier. Saw how deep Palatiev was in defence and just popped it down on the floor. And a free net on the line. A lot of work though for Team USA still to do here. Oh, that's just brilliant. Absolutely fantastic from this US team, and that might be the point that gets them going here. Stunning retrieval off Kliuka, and then that C-quick again. Christensen to Stahl, and Stahl has absolutely buried that one. Super spike from the USA. Timeout with a bit of pressure for Russia.
Внимание, хорошо на прием. Цель метр от сетки. Ударить, знаем, и страховать. Помогай мне, нападающий. Эй,
Russian fans just trying to get this team going again. They've noticed a little momentum swing back to the USA. Great stuff. Wonderful atmosphere. Close to capacity here in the 8,500-seater stadium. The Ufa Arena. DeFalco to serve. USA on the way back here. Russia need a kill. Kliuka gets it. About time he joined the party. Crazy talent. It sometimes takes a little bit of time to warm up. Back to a 4-point lead. The brief momentum swing is over. Kobzar serves, the Russian captain. Lovely. Oh, it's a lovely play to watch. It's such a shame that missed. And a crossover feel to that combination attack. Christensen sets it, Stahl rises, DeFalco appears behind him. misses the court. 23-18, 2 points required for 2-0. Russia doing what they needed to do in this match so far. Haven't seen Palatiev used for a while on the Russian side of the net. Kopchar at the moment not feeding his opposite player. He's out on the wrong side of court for him now. He's out on the left side. But no need for any set from the Russian captain because there was no need to pass the ball. It's out from Storm. 5 set points for 2-0. Kliuka at the service line. Good shot. Free ball, Russia. Sets over. Shoot to Filipov. That was the last set the US players were expecting. And a clever bit of work from the captain, Igor Kopchar. Booming serve. It was as much as Eric Shoji could do to get it in play. And that's a sweet hit from a really superb set. And Russia running the show here in the Ufa Arena. 25-22, 25-19. Gives them a 2 sets to love lead in just under an hour. And so far, so good. Plan A was win in 3, take the 3 points because Russia need the points. Struggling a little bit on the table at the moment. It's exactly what they needed at the start of this match. USA then, with their free pass to the finals, don't need the win here, but they'd love to come back into this match. They've got it all to do because Russia are the bosses at the moment in the Ufa Arena. Russia then playing some really good volleyball. Wonderful highlights reel there of set 2. Just a reminder of the height and the power involved in this fantastic sport. 25-19. Again, attacking stats relatively similar, but USA gone off the boil on blocks and serves. Russia starting to read this USA attack pattern now. It's taken them a set and a half to work it out, and now they're pretty confident about where Christensen is going with the ball. And the only sets that really giving them any trouble is that C-quick on the reverse. So a quick look at the Russian spike contact points. Nice even distribution. Palatiev, who was originally weighing in with a lot of points, now being helped out a bit by Volkov and Kliuka, and that's how it needs to continue. Kopchar needs to bring the number 18 and the number 7, the 2 wing spikers, into the game a bit more, take some pressure off Palatiev. Having said that Igor Filipov might lose his place on court, he goes and turns in a monster second half of that second set. So, as we were in set 1, Russia playing from left to right. USA 2 sets to love down and chasing the game. The change has been made, and on comes Mika Ma in the setting position, so a bit more height on that left side of court for the USA. Patch starts by shoving the ball straight down the front of the block. They'll take anything they can get at the moment, the Americans. Mitchell Stoll to serve, good serve, well contained by Golubev. And Polatiev does it again. He's hit the paintwork on that occasion. That's a brilliant spike. Gurkaev. Overpass, easy for Russia. Kobzar, clever. Just needs to do that once, Kobzar, to convince the American blockers that he can do it again. And the next time you see Kobzar jump to swing like that, he'll set the ball to one of the spikers. But for now, just got to prove what a good wing hitter he is. Saw him hit one in the warm-up earlier today, and he just thrashed it off the floor. It was a huge warm-up spike, then went off to his normal job, playmaker. And Filipov continues to impress. Good effort, monster block, takes him to 7 for the match, which makes him the highest scorer in the Russian team after Polatiev. Shall have to take it back. I've been made to eat my words. Filipov's had a blinder. Change at middle for the USA. On comes Max Holt. They had to do something, as well as Jendrik and Stoll have been playing. Holt's world class. And the number 12 needs to make a difference. Overpass again, and it's that man, Filipov, taps it away. Didn't hit it hard. Just rolled it into court. So 2 new players on the court for the USA, but it's made no difference to the performance. Russia 4-1 ahead now. And USA running out of options here. Muagatutiya rolls it off the block. Easy pick up from Volkov. And the athleticism of Kliuka allows him to block all the way over on one side and then scoot across the court and get himself airborne for a quick set. Had to use his left hand, but it's quick, it's clever, it's tricky to play against. And USA have to call a halt to proceedings with a timeout.
Got to make a couple plays here, okay? So be dialed in. Don't let any frustration get in the way of your next point, okay? A little bit, get on the next point. Here we go.
Yeah, good shout. It's okay to be frustrated about the point that's gone, but that's the thing that you cannot affect. The only thing you can affect is the next point, so don't let your frustration about the previous point get in the way of what you're about to do. Filipov doing everything at the moment. Russian middle blocker having a great game. 29 years of age, plays for the Eurolochka club. Another man in the what we call the Centurion club. He's 2 meters and 5 tall, but he's the heaviest man out of all the squads here in Russia. 107 kilos for the number 11. Probably doesn't want it to go to 5 sets. Good set from him to Kliuka, well picked up by Muagatutiya. And the number 18 is roofed out of sight by guess who? And the big boy's got another big block. Monster block. Terrific piece of defense from the other middle player, Gurkaev, lest we forget. Lovely timing, great shutdown, good seal on the diagonal from Kliuka. Gurkaev serves again. Overpass, just about contained by Micah Ma. USA needs something here. Filipov can't put it away. Nice kill from Patch, but good defense from Choji, the libero. And his brother. Holding from Hawaii, both played at the famous Outrigger Canoe Club. Very much a starting point for a lot of players in that part of the world. Luca with the tip. USA working hard for the point here. There you go. And there's that fake play from Kobjar. Pinned Holt, but couldn't get the set away. Scrappy point. Finished quite beautifully again by Filipov. He's been a demon at the net. What a game from the veteran. Mega rally with some wonderful plays in there. It was a bit scrappy at times. USA hanging in, but only hanging in long enough to give Filipov another point. He goes to double figures. Just talking about Eric Shoji in the Outrigger Canoe Club. That's where Tom Selleck, Magnum PI, started his volleyball. Went on to play in the NCAA and went on to be USA's non-playing captain at the height of his Magnum PI fame. Russia too good here. And USA right now needs somebody to step up. 5-point lead going into the technical timeout. Russia got total control of this match. Well, there he is. There's the man that's done the damage to the US today. Polatiev for Russia, on to 17 points. 14 kills in attack, 2 blocks, 1 ace serve. He's been brilliant. Kobjar, poor pass from Muakatatir. It's going to be a free ball to the Russian team. Where does Kobjar go? He goes wide to Kluka, and Kluka, one-on-one, gets it done. Taken him a while to wake up, hasn't it, the number 18 for Russia, but he's in the game now. Tomas Samuel knows that if Kluka comes to the party, that's just about it for Russia. They can beat anybody. Timeout USA, they're in trouble here.
Scramble play, and we set you a ball. Get it hot every time. The standard has to be hot, okay? You've got to get on the line when we're going with the sliver. We don't have any latitude to come over here and go, shit, I didn't execute. You know what you got to do before every single play and make the play. Let's go.
And the point John Spiror has just made to Benjamin Patch rather sums up the enigma that is Patch. He is a stunning athlete. He's an amazing player. You see him do things in the warm-up nobody else in the world can do. But you take him into a game and sometimes he can't deliver. That's maybe why he doesn't play in the top leagues in Italy and over in Russia. Back line, DeFalco. Well, they think they've caught the line here with this pipe attack. Officials say no, and we may see a challenge. We do. Universal signal for the challenge, the television screen, so USA asking, is this in or is this out? They think it's in. Referees think it's out. Huge point for John Spiror and his team. If they lose this one, they've lost a challenge. They've lost even more ground on Russia. It is wide. Hawkeye says no. And USA drift to 8 points behind. And even though we've got a lot of volleyball to go in this third set, that is virtually impossible to recover from unless something spectacular happens on the US side of the net. No. Patch misses. Great jump from Ma to set that ball, and he set it on a pretty quick tempo from that height to Patch, who was flying, but sometimes you just arrive and can't get the swing on the ball. It goes from bad to worse. Kodja. Good serve, overpass, free ball Russia. Fireworks. No, great stop. USA and Holt read the play. Monster block from Max Holt. Realised it wasn't going to Filipov, and that's classic USA blocking. Read and react. Great stop from the Olympian. Wagatutia with the serve. Nice pass from Golubev, and a nice read from Holt. 2 in a row. And that's not great setting, I have to say, from the Russian captain, Kodja. But that happens now and again. That was a little bit playing by numbers. And when you got Volkov and Kliuka in the lineup, surely go to them. And what's happened to Palatiev? Why isn't he flavour of the month anymore? Dear me. Kodja at 6s and 7s here, and Kliuka sorts it out with a very good hit. Little blip for Russia, but they're past it. Just didn't turn his hands back in the court. Didn't shut it down on that line with the outside arm. Kliuka thought he was blocked for the kill there. Well, that serve nearly hit the American bench. It was so wayward. Max Holt. Back to the service line. From the Penn State Nittany line. Great hit. Free ball USA. Good touch, Golubev. Volkov. No, can't put it away. USA go again. Ma, flat and fast to DeFalco, who does the rest. Lovely angle, the end on camera. Gives you a real idea of just how the setters spread the play around and drag the blockers out of position. Despite Palatiev's monster leap, DeFalco finding the space over Kodja's head easily. 12-7, Holt to serve again. Another good one, well passed by Kliuka. Volkov off the hands and out. Looked like a wayward spike, but they don't often take that trajectory off a wing spiker's hand unless they've hit the block and deflected. Nice recovery from Russia. Back to that man, Filipov. No, the purple patch is over for the moment for the middleman. Gets replaced by the libero Golubev in that free-ranging substitution. Liberos can come on and off court after the service. The point is over for the middle blockers. Mike and Mark. Wide to Volkov. Volkov into the block, gets a reuse, goes to hit again. Just tips it over. Shoji to Patch, not a great set from him. USA get it again though. Oh, a monster block from Palatiev. Oh, this man jumps out of the gym, and this was unbelievably good technique. One-on-one, all the way over, and down you go. And you didn't just see his head and shoulders, you saw his logo and his number appear over the net. Huge leap from the Russian number 15. And now he's got to get it all under control for the serve, which he does. Lovely pass from Shoji. Patch has to tip. And the hit from Volkov takes a similar line to the last one, so we know it's gone off the fingers. Russia absolutely flying. And a rather demoralised USA are losing their way in this third set. Patch hasn't hit a ball on his last 3 sets. Left side of court, so slightly unfamiliar territory, but they need him to come to the game. DeFalco just about keeps it in play. Muagatutia just volleys over. That's not good from Russia, but they get away with it with a bit of smart thinking from the captain, Kobja. Waited for the hands to show, and then played it off them. Not classic volleyball, either side of the net, but you win your points how you can. And that old adage on the joust, touch it second, win the point. Thumbs up from the coach. Timeout, technical timeout, saving the USA from hemorrhaging any more points immediately. Hard to believe when you see Samovuo in amongst the giants that he's got out there on court. Hard to believe that he was one of the most ferocious wing spikers in his time. Really good player for Finland. John Spiro, his opposite coaching number, very good middle blocker in his own right. Won a couple of championships in the NCAA. We're watching his side here being marmalised by Russia. Leading scorer Palatiev misses. I think we can let him off a few points missed here and there. Somebody on the US side of the net has to come up with a big run of points at the service line. Falco off pace. Poor pass from Volkov, and Kobjar's done it again. Touch it second in the joust and win the point. Slightly more conventional block this time. But not great awareness at the net from Team USA. Volkov, slightly awkward service action. Watch him lean over as he hits it. Gets good extension on the arm. Nice play. That's the one shot, the one play that has worked for the USA today with regular, consistent, positive results. The C-quick on the reverse for the middle player. But you can only play that with a good pass. And USA's pass today has been under too much pressure from this Russian serve. Stall. He can serve them back into it. Luka, though, gets a free ball. Kobjar kills it. Very good volleyball from Russia. And the Russian playmaker is earning himself a few points here. He's on 5 now. 2 kills, 2 blocks, 1 ace. Russian captain having a cracking game. Kurkaev back to serve. That means Filipov is into the front line for more fun and games. No, can't touch Holt on that one. Well, Filipov wanted a bit of afters with Max Holt there. Holt just wandered off. Love it. Great kill from the number 12. Nice set from Mike Amar. Patch. If only he had the topspin jump serve. Good shot. Really controlled volleyball from the Russian team. And Volkov running that pipe attack at such speed. Look at that. What's that? 1.5 meters out of the hands before it's crunched away by the backcourt player at 108.2 kilometers per hour, to be precise. Tip from Holt. 2 points in a row for him. Chance to party for Russia after this game. They've still got Italy to come tomorrow. I think that'll be the bigger test. And this team just not able to find a way into this match today. It's not done yet, but can you see them getting back in after spikes like that? It's unlikely. Kliuka now flying. He's become a release for this Russian offense. What a hit. He's a proper player, Kliuka. It's gradually matured into much more of a finished article. Not scored that heavily today, but it's going to be important towards the close of the game. Well played. Mike Amar, relying on the fact that the Russian blockers have forgotten he was front court, and also he hasn't played a second ball this match. It's convincing. Nicely done by the US playmaker. Holt. Had a good service run last time round. It's been finished by the man that has become the go-to for Russia at the moment, Kliuka. Moves his tally to 7. Fine tip in front of Benjamin Patch. Knew exactly where he wanted to go with that ball. (21-13). Russia comfortable. Patch, back line. Blocked, monster block. And Russia continue to deliver in this match. They got an interesting stack over there. They decide to get 3 up on Patch, and that is a huge stop. Samuel Vuo will be really pleased with the way that his team have played today. They responded to a lot of pressure in the first set, and since then they've run away with this game. Nice feed. Kamar on the reverse to Patch, who takes it up high, gets it done. Now another server for the USA that can score multiple points at the baseline. It's a great hit. What a pass from Kliuka. And Poltiev. Haven't seen him for a while, have we? Just reminding the USA that he's still in the match with another thundering spike. Great pass, right up to the ceiling, but a beautiful set from Kobzar, 113.7 kilometers per hour. That was not coming back. 2 points required for the maximum score of 3 points on the VNL for Russia. Here comes the next one. Kurakayev kills it. Plenty of space, didn't quite hit it into the corner where he was aiming, but still hit it hard enough. And the crowd being urged to get on their feet here in the Ufa Arena to celebrate what has been a tremendous performance from this Russian team. They've looked unbeatable in sets 2 and 3. 10 match points. Poltiev serves. USA go. And they delay the inevitable. That's the best you can say about it. Mwagatutia with the kill. Sends DeFalco back to the line. And boy, do they need a bit of TJ DeFalco service magic right now. No, it's not going to happen. And Russia get the job done in impressive fashion here in the Ufa Arena. Day 2, win 2 for this Russian team, with Italy to come tomorrow. But more importantly than that, 3 points for the 3-0 win means that Russia will put some pressure on those above them in the VNL table. Poltiev, magnificent today. 19 points for him. That's a pretty good haul for just a 3-set game. And overall, Russia too good for the USA. Good first set, 25-22, and then Russia turned it on. 25-19, 25-15. And the USA lose here in Russia. Back-to-back losses to Italy and Russia. And now go to Portugal for their final game, desperate for a win. Well, good to see the Russian players and mascot enjoying this one, because they really entertained the home fans here in the Ufa Arena. Nearly the sellout crowd, just short of the 8,500 maximum to enjoy this result. And that will give them a lot of momentum and a lot of confidence heading into the tough one against Italy tomorrow. The two undefeated teams here in Ufa meet on the final day. So another win for new coach here in Russia, the Finnish coach, Tuomas, and it does Russia a few favours, jumps them into that all-important top 5 for a place in the VNL finals in July. France, Brazil, Iran, Italy, Russia flying at the moment. Looking very good. And the big match-up tomorrow, Russia versus Italy, two teams well inside that qualification zone. And that match tomorrow has just taken on a new dimension. That's going to be very, very important for both Italy and Russia to record a victory. That's the big one tomorrow. And USA looking for a win against Portugal. A little demoralised, I think, after that one today. For John Spuror, back to the drawing board. For Russia, they fly on into the final day. Thanks for watching, and thank you for being part of the game.